Hello everyone, welcome back to English by Pooja Singh. Today again we are continuing December. Huh? We'll be continuing December 2014. Hello everyone, welcome
Yes,
back to
that's why I'll just check the work today my internet is working or not. So yes, it's working. Please somebody reply if somebody is online. Yes, it's all okay. Am I audible and visible? Do let me know. Yes, so what happened yesterday that we solved like 30 questions in a go, but still those who of you are watching this paper for the first time, let's start again and get to solve the paper. And even if we'll be doing it again, it will be having a more revision one more time, so it will not be like you won't be at loss. That's all. So yeah, so 50 objective type question, 2 marks each, and all questions are compulsory. The very first question is, two of the following list are: good afternoon, angry young men of the 1950s British literary scene. So the very first is John Osborne, Anthony Powell, C.P. Snow, Kingsley Amis. What is the right combination according to the code? So the is 1 and 4. It's John Osborne and Kingsley Amis. Okay. Now let's move to question number second. Lawrence Stern Tristram Shandy contains 6 volumes, 10 volumes, 9 volumes and 4 volumes. So it contains 9 volumes and it is very famous. He is very famous novelist, and in that it is like some comic, it's a free willing comic type of novel, and in which it is considered one of the most famous work of Lawrence Stern. And in question number 1 I have to tell you about angry young man. It is very important. Do know this movement, why it was started, because John Osborne was, he, his personal experience of that, he wanted to describe his personal war against the struggles of the Marxism, his class war, his identity crises. So all of the things were that. So that is why it is very important. Please do learn it and take a note of it. So Lawrence Stern's Tristram Shandy contains 9 volumes of it, and it is very famous. Now, which of the following statement is not true of Aryabhatta Pettika? So it is written by John Milton. Those who don't know, please, John Milton, have a deep study of it. Why I remember? Because I have done my dissertation on John Milton's relevance in 21st centuries. And so let's get started. What you have to look for it which is not true. So it was published in 1644. Yes, it was published. It argues for the liberty of unlicensed printing. Yes, it was one of the major themes in 1660s, and all the Puritan ages were there, and everybody was going through some of the other ages. So it pleads for good evening. It pleads for British privileges regarding free trade, and it is a speech addressed to the Parliament of England. This is also correct. So which is not correct is this, and this is our answer. It pleads for British regarding trades. No, it was not. Okay. Now question number 4. Thomas Hardy's last major novel was Tess of the Uberbells, Jude the Obscure, The Return of the Native, and The Trumpet Major. So its last major novel was Jude the Obscure. So please tell me in the comment section which one of the Thomas Hardy's first novel was. And please remember, by this, UGC also wants to know the famous writers or the famous novelist first and the last work. You should be knowing at least his first or last major work, so that it will also help you in identifying the chronological order of the work. Then again, The Hind and the Panther transferred to the story of the country mouse and the city house is a satire on. So it's a direct satire on John Dryden. Now we'll go for the match of the following terms. Apollyon, Dionysian, Fancy, Imagination, Hellenism, Hebraism, Inscape and Enstress. So how you will be finding it? So the very first is Apollyon and Dynamism. It is associated with Friedrich Nietzsche. Then Fancy and Imagination is with S.T. Coleridge. Then Hellenism and Hebraism, it is associated with Matthew Arnold. And Inscape and Stress is associated with the theorist G.M. Hopkins. So yeah, these all are the right answer. Yeah, correct. It is correct. My amor. So yeah, this one is the right answer. And see, this is the important terms and theorists. So kindly do remember all its terms, and I am writing VI. It's very important. Okay. Now in King Lear, who among the following speaks in the voice of poor Tom? It's none other than the Edgar. And how you will be able to know that? Why? Because see, once King Lear, it's one of the most important work of William Shakespeare, and that's why you have to know the characters of it. And this is in-depth question. Okay, that so whenever you are studying or doing for a work of William Shakespeare, and today is 23rd April. So yeah, it's the Bard of Avon's birthday. And yes, those who are reading English literature, those who know many words, endless words, the Old English, the Middle English, and the words which we are still using in today's generation in 21st century, it's all given by William Shakespeare, and we should not miss him by remembering on his birthday. So yeah, happiest birthday William Shakespeare. You will always be in our heart. And yes, because of you, we know the bestest of stories, the bestest of love theme, the bestest of the bloodsheds, how the conspiracy happens, what the Dark Lady was, how in love Romeo and Juliet died, and so many things that no one could have portrayed like that. You just name it and he has written on it. It is nothing that William Shakespeare hasn't touched upon. So yeah, again, if you are an English literature student, you should be knowing William Shakespeare's birthday. So yeah, whenever you are reading his work, kindly go through a plot summary, the characters, and the story analysis. Then question number 8, Wordsworth Prelude. The boy of Viander is affected by blindness, muteness, deafness, and lameness. It's muteness. So Wordsworth Prelude, those who are doing the PYQ since 2012, they must be knowing that it is very important work, Wordsworth Prelude. So please kindly read it. I have said this is one of the most important work. Then let's get to the question number 9. Which of the following is not mentioned as a part of London locale in the Wasteland? Again, the Wasteland. It's very important. You should not miss reading it. And Wasteland, it has been repeated like 10 to 12 times in some or other patterns. Like sometimes they are asking about the chronological way, sometimes they are asking the what is the first part or what is the last part, then they are asking the characters, who are the characters who are there or not there. So this is very important book, you should not miss reading it. And its answer is King Arthur Street. Question number 10, which of the following novels is not written by Jean Rias after leaving Mr. Mackenzie? Option B, Good Morning Midnight. C, The Quiet American. White Segura. C. So question number 10 is answer is The Quiet American. We have already done a deep analysis in 2014. If you want to see that video, you can go. Today I'll be just telling you the answer, and if it is very important, I'll be telling the important quotes. Okay. The first official Royal Poet Laureate in English literary history was Ben Jonson, William Daven, John Dryden, and Thomas Shadwell. So its answer is John Dryden. He is one of the most versatile writers in English literature and gifted as a dramatist, as a poet, as a literary critic, and translator, and what not. So yeah, he's very important. Please read all his work, and these all are important. So please go through once. Now, who does Alexander Pope refer to in the following lines? Born to no pride, inheriting no strife, nor marrying discord in a noble wife, stranger to a civil religious rage. The good man walked innoxious through his age. So he's talking about a good man who is Pope's father, Dr. Arbuthnot, Pope himself, or the Duke of Marlborough. So it is none other than his father. Okay. These are 15 types question in which these questions are discussed. Tester means I did not get it yesterday. Yeah, already it has been discussed, but that was like half word thing. So that is why I thought that I'll be taking it will be a very short live session in which I'll be telling you again. If you want to a deep analysis, it's already there in the playlist. You can go and check it. Those who will be watching in a one go, for them I am making it again. Okay. The theory of natural selection is attributed to Arthur Scoffier, Charles Darwin, A.N. Whitehead, and Aldous Huxley. Please tell me the name, the work Aldous Huxley, which is very famous in dystopian novel. Okay. So the correct answer here is Charles Darwin. He is the master of the natural selection and he has written The Origin of Species. So it is one of the very important work which have often been asked. So yeah, please look out for that. Which character in William Godling, Lord of the Flies, maintains life is scientific? So life is scientific in Piggy, and there is a lot of character analysis. Please go through what it all analyzes, as here Piggy says life is scientific. So yeah, he was the one who go for the scientific reasoning. Question number 15. Match the following authors under the list with the titles and list 2. So Lodi Clavi-Strauss, Jacques Derrida, Northrop Fryer, Michael Foucault. So of grammatology, the archaeological of knowledge, structural anthropology, anatomy of criticism. So how will match? Jacques Derrida is of grammatology, that is for sure. Yes, it is sure. Then Claude Levi-Strauss. It is of structural anthropology. Then Northrop Fryer, it is anatomy of criticism, and Michael Foucault, that is the archaeology of knowledge. So it is very important ones, kindly do not miss it. Okay. Then how did the Chaucer's partner make his living? Again, very important. Please go through Chaucer's the Canterbury Tales. It's very important. Okay. So by selling stone cattle from the neighborhood oratory, by selling indulgence to those who committed sins, by pardoning those who stole property or committed other crimes, by assisting the friar in church service. No, it is by his selling indulgence to those who committed sins. So these are the in the Canterbury Tales there are 24 stories, and in which you have to learn all the story in short, know the characters, what are the famous traits, what are not the famous traits, and that is how you have to go through it. Okay. Then question number 17. How from among the following identify Coleridge's companion in a fanciful schemes to establish a utopian community of free love on the banks of Susquehanna River? So its answer is Lord Byron, Robert Southey, William Hazlitt, and William Wordsworth. It's none other than Robert Southey. Okay. Question number 18. Which of the following novels by H.G. Wells is the condition of England as an empire? The Island of Dr. Moreau, Tono Bungay, The War of the Worlds, The Invisible Man. So its answer is Tono Bungay. These are like very direct question. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know, you don't. You just have to use your common sense, which is not very common in the examination hall. So for that, you need to have a deep analysis of the works. Again, this question number 16, very important work, and this have been asked many times in UGC net examination. So, can you see the relevance? It has been asked in 2014 December, and again it has been asked in 2023, and again in 2024, and again in 2025, and it was given in, it is a very, here it is very direct, but in 2023, 24, 25, it was in a sentence form, it was in match the following question, and it was again in the characterization type of, or it has to relate into the thing. So yeah, it is very important one. Kindly read Juten by Om Prakash Valmiki. Okay, it is an autobiography. Question number 20. Listed below are some English plays across several centuries. Twelfth Night, She Stoops to Conquer, The Importance of Being Earnest, Pygmalion, and Billet's Spirit. What is common to them? So now if you will not read in depth, these are the very important works. You have to read it. Okay, these are very important. Please read it. So all problem plays, scheming and interview, all tragedies, sin and redemption, all ideology framed class and gender, and all romantic comedies, love and laughter. Yeah, it is all romantic comedies, love and laughter. She Stoops to Conquer is my favorite, and Pygmalion also. So this one is my favorites. She Stoops to Conquer and Pygmalion. Do read it. You will not regret reading it. So question number 21. Who among the following wrote a poem comparing love's heart to a hand grenade? Oh my god. Heartless. John Donne, Abraham Colley, Wilfred Owen, and Robert Graves. It's none other than Abraham Colley. How can he be like so heartless? He has written so good works, but I don't know. So yeah, he's a metaphysical poet. Wilfred Owen is a war poet. Robert Graves, I don't know about much him. So Abraham Colley, please remember that who has written comparing. He's comparing lover's heart to a hand grenade. Okay. Now, the uncertainty principle is attributed to how life is uncertain. There is no certainty in our life. Today we are talking, it might not be that we'll be talking again. And if the case, you must have heard the case of Pahalgam, that very tragic incident. The 26 people were just killed because they were Hindus and they were from India. And this is pathetic condition. Even we are studying and even we are reaching to the moon and Mars and where not, and still we are stuck at that point which we cannot do. There is nothing certain that if I am going somewhere just to for as a tourist and I'm on a vacation, it might be the last vacation of that person. So that is the condition of India. So it's very uncertain of life. That's why we say uncertainty principle. So yeah, is attributed to William James, John Dewey, Werner Heisenberg, and Charles Darwin. It's Werner Heisenberg. Okay. Jabberwocky is a creation in Edward Lear's poet, Lewis Carroll's work, Charles Dickens, Martin Chuzzlewit, Thomas Hardy, Woodlanders. So it is none other than Lewis Carroll's work. It is one of the most famous work of Lewis Carroll's work. It is written in some very, can't see. So it has been written as the most nonsensical work. Nonsensical genre. It is a genre, not a work. Again, who are Didi and Gogo? Very important. If you haven't read Samuel Beckett works, good evening. If you haven't read Samuel Beckett's work, please go and read it, because it is Waiting for Godot is one of the most important work in the absurdist play. So kindly go and read. And this has been asked in every exam. Either it has been asked directly or indirectly. So yeah, this is very important. Kindly go. And do you know that it has been not written in English initially? Tell me in the comment section that Waiting for Godot is written in which language in initial, and then again Samuel Beckett translated it into English. If you know, know it. Okay. Yeah, its correct name is, they are nicknames respectively for Voldemort and Estragon. Very important work. Please go and read the characterization, why carrot has been used, why shoes has been shown, what is the identity, what is the life, what is the theory of life, everything, what is absurdity. These are the things which you should be knowing about this particular question. Who among the following theorists talks about the circulation of social energy? Raymond Williams, Anthony Gramsci, Stephen Greenblatt, Hayden White. Hindi. What Hindi? Oh, I should explain Hindi. See, many people say that I have to explain in English, or please explain in Hindi. How? What to do? What to do? When I start speaking in Hindi, they say, ma'am, please kindly speak in English. What to do? You tell me. You tell me a way in which both can be done. See, not Hindi. My God. So the circulation of social energy, you people decide by yourself what you understand. Okay. But being a English literature student, you should be talking and speaking in English. When you will be future professors, assistant professors, obviously you all will be future assistant professor, and if you want to give or you want to deliver a lecture, and if you will be delivering in English, the impact of that, wow, again, very nice, again that impact will be great, right? And just think ki you are a student, you are a graduation student, first year graduation student, in which the child or the student has been thinking that कि अब मेरे जो टीचर और अब मेरे जो प्रोफेसर्स आएंगे, सिंस दैट आई हैव चोजन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर एज माई मेजर सब्जेक्ट, तो मेरे को जो सर आएंगे या मैडम आएंगी वो मेरे को इंग्लिश में बताएंगे ताकि मेरा इंग्लिश अच्छा हो और मेरे को चीज़ें इंग्लिश में समझ में आए और मेरा इम्पैक्ट और मेरा सब कुछ इंग्लिश में अच्छा हो. बट द मोमेंट योर प्रोफेसर्स विल से चलो आज हम लोग पढ़ते हैं द वेटिंग फॉर द गोडोट इन हिंदी, इसमें क्या हुआ, ऐसे करना था, वैसे करना था, इसको ऐसे बोलते हैं, इसका वाल्डेमर नाम है, इसका एस्ट्रोजन नाम है, इसमें एब्सर्डिटी होता है, और ये है कि ऐसा है, ठीक है, तो इसका ये पूरा समरी है. सो अगर हिंदी में बताने से ठीक है, एट दैट टाइम यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड इट वेरी इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज. यू विल अप्रिशिएट दैट प्रोफेसर, अरे कितना बढ़िया टीचर है, कितना बढ़िया प्रोफेसर है कि सब कुछ हिंदी में समझा रहा है या समझा रही हैं. बट द मोमेंट यू विल राइट इन योर पेपर, नो, in your examination, you will remember only that Hindi words. You will not be able to connect with it, and you will not be able to write 6 or 7 pages long answers. So that is why I am more concerned, and that you should be speaking in English. Since that you have chosen English literature, you cannot say that कि मुझे हिंदी नहीं, इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आता. अगर समझ में नहीं आता तो it will be बहुत ज़्यादा परेशानी in your later life. So yeah, I'll continue. If you don't understand a particular thing, I'll make that understand in Hindi. Suppose अगर कोई concept आया तो I'll make that understand in Hindi. Rest I'll continue in English. Okay. Who among the following theorists talks about the circulation of social energy? It is none other than by Stephen Greenblatt. Okay. Then again, Raymond Williamson is important. Anthony Gramsci is important. So kindly learn their concepts and their words. Okay. How many legends of good woman and could Chaucer complete in his The Legend of Good Woman? Okay. 6, 7, 8 or 9. So it is 9. Okay, no issues. I'll be speaking in English only, but if somebody is struggling with something, please tell me, please explain this question in Hindi, I'll do that. Then again, the round table is a collection of essays jointly written by, so Charles Lamb, William Hazlitt, Charles Lamb, Leigh Hunt, William Hazlitt and Leigh Hunt, William Hazlitt and Thomas D. Quincy. So it's William Hazlitt and Leigh Hunt. Question number 8. Dylan Thomas. It was very popular question in 2018, 19, 20. Again and again it has been asked. So it is associated with the group New Acapellas, the Black Arts, the movement, the deep imagery poetry. So it was associated with the New Acapellas. Question number 29. Which of the following writers writes from Canada? Again, it is very important important question, because as of now they have asked about the Australia. So please do have a glance through Australian works, Australian writers, then Canadian one. So V.S. Naipaul, Margaret Atwood, Derek Walcott, and James Joyce. So it is from Margaret Atwood, who used to write from Canada. Okay. Question number 30. The boast of Hallery, the power of pomp of power, and all that beauty, all that wealth ever gave, awaits alike inevitable hour. The paths of glory led but to the grave. So the subject awaits is hour, the things of mentioned in the first two lines, and all that beauty is all that he gave ever. So it is nothing than hour. So yesterday till here, question number 30, we explained in detail. Today I just said in a flow, or the whatever the very important things were there, I mentioned in that. Now we'll be starting from 31st question. Okay, which earlier was not able to continue due to some technical issues, the Wi-Fi connections and everything like that. So today we'll be discussing from 31 question. So heaven has no rage, like love to hatred, turn to nor hellifury, like a woman scorned. So identify the text. Which text occurs? The double dealer, the mourning bride, the way of the world, and love for love. It is the mourning bride. See the spelling. So these are the things whenever you are working or reading, please go through the important one and the important work and how it is going to do that. Okay. Question number 32. A young lady's entrance into the world. A young lady entrance into the world is a subtitle of Cecilia and Camellia. So its answer is, you have to focus on the subtitle. Whenever you see a subtitle, the major works, please go through the subtitle of it. Okay. Again, these are 15 with very common sense. Either you know it or you don't know it. It's nothing something like that. So mortal as Londo. So it is none other than Idols of the King. Okay. Question 34. Which of the following cannot be classified as a fiction? The Magus, the Lord of the Rings, and the History Man. What will be the answer of this? Question number 34. It's none other than D, the History Man, and it's one read the works and read their novelist and the fictioner and the playwright, because these are very important. William Gordon, John Powell, J.R.R. Tolkien is a very great critic, and most of the time its critical comment come in UGC NET examination. Then Malcolm Bradway. 35 is philosophy of form is associated with him, what Immanuel Kant, Ernest Cassirer, and Vitasica Vico. So it is none other than Ernest. It's already a direct question, even if you either you know it or you don't know it. So that is why you have to work. Let's see, and how we come to know these type of question only by solving PYQ. Okay. Now question number 36. Which of the following is not true of Spencer? Whenever you is saying not, you have to true and then you will be left to the correct answer. Now you have to answer this if you, at least some or Canada. What's Canada means? I did not get it. Who is weak? Written Canada. I did not get it. Please tell me in brief what is written. So yeah, it is like for Spencer, you must be knowing its detail or some background kind of thing. So yeah, he's a kind of English Homer telling stories of heroic confrontation. Yeah, correctly said. He fashioned an original verse form, the Spencerian stanza. Yes, correct. He opposed England's break with the Roman Catholic Church, and he is a Christian poet. So yeah, he is a Christian. But see, whenever you see extreme of something, na, like he's not broken with, he was he was less educated than Shakespeare. The extremist is the answer. This is but not like offensive, like Catholic or that. Okay. Question 7. Will we like the idea of we like the reward and your which work? There are many narratives of heaven and hell and songs of infinite and songs of experience. So it is marriage of heaven and type of the work which you need to. Am I audible? Please confirm now. Am I audible? Please confirm. Okay. So, question number 30. Surrealism with your Fraser, Henry Gibson, and Andrew Breton. So, it is none other than Andrew Breton. It is very important. Okay. Multiple times. Stucking is not a correct word. Sticking, the word stuck is the tense part of stick, not the principal. Network issues, ma'am. Is it processing network issue? Please, everyone says, only I'll start again. So yeah, here and miles to go before I sleep. The line of by Emily Dickinson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Whitman, Robert Frost. So it is what Frost is missed. And one of the famous. Please focus on PYQ. Don't fight in the comment section. This will not help in your examination. Okay. So Robert Frost is one of the most famous poem, and what is the title? I'm not able to remember the title, but yes, I remember woods. Some woods, the roads, not the road not taken. Yes, so it was like I took the less traveled one. So yeah, a lot of works which he has written have a great impact on person's life. On my tune. Now question number 40. What common link do you find among? So can you see these types of question also come in the UGC NET examination? So Disc Waiting Muses by Sylvia Plath, The Starry Night by Annie Sexton, and Muse they inspire paintings, they are conventional poems, they are all inspired by paintings, they are all inspired by Van Gogh's paintings. It is, they are all inspired by paintings. Okay. Question 41. All rise to a great races by or disciples by murky, crooked, winding, sinister. So it is winding. In Julius Caesar's attacking the Mali state. Who among the following was the target? William Moncrief, John Vanbrugh, Don Dryden, and William Wycherley. So it was John Vanbrugh. Again, now in question 53. Let me check one so that it is not clear. Am I audible and visible? So let's get started from question number 43. I think I am audible and visible now. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens, United States. So here is how playwrights and novelists, their vacations, their with how many countries they are visiting and what the country having impact on that their lives, that is also important. And that's like, and what whichever novel they have written, why it is important or why it has been said that, from where they frame the stories, they frame the stories which has happened in their life. They think, they write of their own. So that is the thing which, the very first question is Hard Times, Martin Chuzzlewit, Nicholas Nickleby, and Oliver Twist. So it is Martin Chuzzlewit. So when he visited United States, he produced Martin Chuzzlewit. Now, who among the following is a working class poet? John Betty Jemin, Tony Harrison, Tom Gunn, Robert Graves. Again, you can guess it, not Robert Graves. So yes, you have to read by this. Jordan thumb. So 44 will be Tony Harrison. He was a working class poet. Okay. So now again 45 number, only we have left with 5 questions more. And yes, if you want me to take another live session of 2015, because just because because yesterday's network and everything got messed up. So today was the day for 2015. If you will say, or if you will comment down to take the live session of 2015, I'll take that also. Okay, so do let me know. Even after the session, I'll take a half-hour break and then we'll start with 2015. So yeah, please do let me. Poet and his poems, second is there, poet there, swans are there, and so many famous poets are there. So kindly do read it. Okay. Now for chapter, am I audible and visible again? Voice was not going or what? I don't know what is happening these from the made me so pareshan in my UGC net examination. I did not know who was he, and I was always end up marking the wrong question marking because I didn't know that. See, in UGC net there is no fixed set of questions or fixed set of rules that they will ask the particular questions from the world literature. They'll ask for a particular question from the Indian literature. No, they have no fixed rule for it. Earlier it was, but now it has no work, no fixed. You just need to know, you need to learn, you need to know the chronology, you need to know the background of ages, and that is why. Voice struck after 42. When a writer or when a novelist visit a country, so they just not visit for the sake of purpose or something like that. And just think of it, how someone can write 100, 200 works, 300 works. It's only when they are using their experiences, when they are using their sorrows, when they're using their personal experience of life, what they had, what they did not had. So that what you know Charles Dickens, and all the famous writers, they used their personal testaments, personal reviews and everything. So that's why when Charles Dickens visited United States, he produced Martin Chuzzlewit. Okay, thank you so much. Who among the following is a working class poet? John Bateson, Tony Harrison, Thomas Gunn, and Robert Graves. Robert Graves is again here, so that's why you should be reading him. And Tony Harrison. Question number 45. New Sciences is a work associated with. It is associated with G. Battista Vico, and these are the famous workers, and you should be knowing what are the words. And these are the very direct type of questions, so either you know it or you don't know it. Okay, question number 46. Identify Petrarch's sonnet sequence from among the following: Rinspars, Amorati, Astrophel and Stella, and Delia. So, in which work Petrarch's sonnet has been used? So, it has been used in Rinspars. Again, the island setting of Latmos and his all important poets are there, and he has written such a beautiful poets, and Keats has been always asked. So please remember, whenever you are reading next time Keats, please mention the islands, mention and know the settings, okay, how the settings are working and everything. Okay, the artist hero is a theoretical creation emphasized by W.B.H. Oscar Wilde, Charles Baudelaire, and Andrew Gates. So it is associated with W.B.H. and he has written some of the very famous works: The Second Coming, Sailing to Byzantium. These are my favorites one, which I have read and I know the lines of it. So yeah, you also read it, and this is very important work. They have been asked, like Keats, W.B.H., P.B. Shelley, they are the UGC net favorites, so kindly do not miss reading it. Which of the following African writers won the Nobel Prize for Literature? Chinua Achebe, Nyong Yuo Thong, Nadine Gordimer, Bessie Ed. So some of you were telling me that please do speak in a very normal range, but yeah, this is my speed. Whenever I speak normally, it is like okay, but this is my actual way, this is my normal thing. I speak so fastly. Somebody says, no, you have made your video like 1.5x or 2. No, it was not that. I just generally speak like this. So yeah, this was it. Even so, this is the real life example. I'm on live and you can see the speed of it. So yeah, this is it. I don't fasten my video. So yeah, which of the following African writers won the Nobel Prize for Literature? So yeah, these are the very important. This is one of the most and important factors of the literature, that you must be knowing: Nobel Prize, Gyanpith Award, Sahitya Academy Award. These are the things which UGC net generally focuses on. How many awards did he win? Who denied it? Who took it? Who was in nomination? So these are the things. So answer is Nadine Gordimer. Okay. The very last 50 question. My lute be as thou wert when thou dost grow, with my green mother in some shady grove. It is written by William Drummond, and the above quoted example is end-stopped rhyme, run-on line, alliteration, terrace. So I cannot see the alliteration, so this is wrong. Okay, so this is run-on line. I don't know what is run-on line means. This is like 15 type question. No haath pair is there, but still it will be coming in examination. So see what I felt solving 2014 question. What if someone calls while giving the exam, will I be able to pick it up? Means mobile phone is not allowed in examination. A.N. Sharma. Mobile will be kept outside. Where are you? So these are the December 2014 question. Literally, what people asking in comment section, I just don't understand. Except study, everything is there. I'm a very strict type of teacher. If you are wrong, then. So these are the top 50 questions of December 2014. And if you have any doubt, please do let me know in the comment section. And if you know, if you want June 2015 session to be done or completed by today, please do let me know in the comment section. I'll make another live session after half an hour. So you have half an hour to refreshen yourself, and if you want me to do the live session, I'll be doing it. And yes, please continue this series from 2012 till 7th January 2025 session, and this will be the most helpful thing for your examination. If you are sitting for 1 hour long stretch, that too for 50 questions, just imagine that you have to solve 150 questions in your examination on